Hey guys, welcome back to my dining room again. And today is January 12th of 2026. So I will be celebrating my 3-year post unaliving attempt today. I don't drink. So I got myself a wine glass. I'm gonna get some drink in a little bit. I'm gonna put some apple juice and pineapple juice together, and I'm gonna put some lime. I bought a lime specifically for that. So I can be all fancy and be like, I survived, yay, I'm not dead. And honestly, like, the one thing that I would say I've learned over this past year of, from January 12th, 2025 to 2026 is hope. Definitely hope. It's been a lot, like this year I lost a lot of good people in my life through death or through just life transitions. I am still here in my hometown with no job, and I am still with the balance issues and the hearing issues, and I'm still not functionally back to my normal self. And it's been like a whole thing. This whole year has been like a whole thing, honestly. But like, I have had hope that things will get better. Like someday hope, someday you're like, someday I'll be able to do this. Someday I'm gonna do this. And like, it's just the hope of someday that's not today and it's not tomorrow, but it's someday in the future. So that's been my like core theme, I guess, throughout this whole time, because losing one of my most favorite people in the whole world in March of 2025, I cried like so much at her funeral. It was rough. I don't cry. I'm not an emotional person. But it was cool, because like I got to say goodbye to her, and I don't always get that with people. You don't always get to say goodbye to people. And I made a speech about having friends and how to find a good friend, and that she was a good friend to me, even though there was like, at least 30-year age gap between us. But those people are hard to find, so when you find those friends, even if they're like, 90 and you're 20 or 10 or whatever, stay with them. Don't just leave them, because that's the people that you need to be having in your life, the people that are like, hey, guess what, I know you're depressed today, but like, let's go outside. Or I know that life sucks right now, but it will get easier, and I'm gonna pray for you, and I'm gonna be here for you with my physical presence. Like, I'm just gonna be here. Like, you don't have to talk to me, I can just sit near you. Like, that's the kind of people you want in your life. So anyway, back to this whole hope thing. Crap, sorry, my phone fell. Let me make sure it's... Yeah, sorry, dropped the camera. Okay, there we go. I think that's better. Or not, could be bad, we'll see. But anyway, yeah, so I just like learned how to be hopeful, and it's definitely been hard. Like, I've got on some my third antidepressant medication this fall, and I wrote a book about my experiences with Beacon, and I haven't published it yet, but I'm going to. And I have lost some really good friends this year, and I've learned how to adapt my viewpoint of the world and my life and where I fit in the world, from being I am my only successful for what I do. I had to switch that to I'm only successful for who I am. I'm not unsuccessful if I don't have a job, or I don't have a credit card, because I don't have money to do that. God does not care if I have, a decent appearance. Like, like I have all these fancy clothes and stuff like that. Like, I don't think God cares. I don't have makeup. I don't wear makeup. I don't do all the things that society says I should do to be successful. And, this year has really taught me that I am not the sum of the things that I do in my life. I'm the sum of who I am. So I'm a person who likes people. I like to talk to people. I like to have conversations with people about real life and how much it sucks and sometimes how it's great. And how even if it sucks, like, it's still going to be great eventually. And I like to, just be real with people. I like making these videos. I like writing poetry. I do all these things, and God obviously does not care if I have lost my ability to walk straight, or that I can hear the sound of my fridge running from 30 feet away right now. It's so loud in my brain. Or that I don't have money to give to the offering at church. Ever. I think, like, one time I did, and I was like, ooh, and then I forgot it, and I was like, darn it. He doesn't care. Like, he's not gonna be like, you suck, bye, So I guess, like, that's the one thing I've learned this year is hope is like this thing that never leaves you alone as long as you have the someday dreams. And, like, it's been rough. This year's been a lot mentally. I have cried so much, honestly, like a crap ton of tears. I have been very, very close to the edge of attempting again. I haven't done it, but it's gotten to that point where I feel like there was no hope, and I was like, I'm really desperate. I'm going to do something else now so I don't have to focus on this. Like, let's go find something else to do with my time. It's been a whole journey. Most of it's been decent, I would say. It's not been super bad, but some of it's really sucked. So I guess as far as hope goes, it comes and goes, and sometimes at night when I think about it too much, I get really depressed, and I have been experiencing a lot of PTSD over this period of my life, just because, like, I've had to deal with a lot of crap that's given me a little bit of flashbacks, and most recently, my dreams have been terrible nightmares because I've been reliving some of those traumas in my brain at night when I dream, and I wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh, I almost died because I ran away from this person. They were trying to kill me or assault me in other forms. It's hard to find hope whenever you wake up at 2 a.m. screaming, or you're, like, terrified and sweating like gross because you're like, oh my gosh, like, that person's gonna kill me, and the person's not real because they're dead, or the person's not real because they don't exist and it's just your dream, your brain's making up crap, It's hard to find that hope and that peace, and I haven't found it all the time, but I will say I switched from holding a knife under my pillow to a rock and a cross. So what started as this cross, so my friend that was going through chemo, she had this cross that I don't know if it was wooden or what it was, but it was a prayer cross. So all of a sudden, I started wearing my cross that I got from Sojourn. It's a little metal cross, like maybe like an inch or two long. It's very small. It goes on a necklace, but I took the necklace part off so I could carry it on my keys because I was carrying it in my pocket for a while, and then I dropped it, and I was like, oh no, I lost my cross, and I would cry. So I put it on my keys, in my J pouch, and then sometimes depending on the moment of time, I take it out, and I put it on a necklace, and I wear it, or I carry it in my hand. So at night, if I'm having a really bad night that sucks with depression and everything, Over the summer I went to Michigan, so I got a giant rock that's shaped like a turtle. Okay, in my head it's shaped like a turtle. I don't think it's a turtle realistically. I don't think it looks like one visually. But it's really cool. It has all these like really cool like spots in it, like holes, and there's like a little part that's like smooth and shiny. It feels shiny. I don't know what kind of rock it is, but I got it from the lake, and so I took it home and I put it up next to where I normally kept my knife. Okay, so I don't keep my knife in my bed anymore. I used to. When it was really bad, I would, because I'd wake up thinking someone's in my house trying to kill me, so I'd have to like grab my knife and like defend myself, I guess, with, you know, a 4-inch pocket knife. That's gonna totally work. So, you know, I would take, I took the place of the knife with the cross and the rock, to remind myself that this rock, it was buried in the sand, guys. It was like covered in sand. I had to like go down in the water and like dig it out with my feet because I didn't want to go under my ears. It was buried under mud. It was like dirty. And so like I identified with that rock. Like I was like, oh my gosh, yes, like this rock was smashed around. It had its traumas, as you can tell because it's been broken. It has its feeling of like dirtiness because it physically was dirty. There was actually mud and stuff on it, and also it was buried in the sand, so like you couldn't see it. You couldn't find it. It was just there, and it was a rock. Like I identified with that rock so much because it was like, here's me thinking I'm functioning pretty well, and then something else happens that brings me back to that mud, and I sink down in the mud, and I don't really feel whole, and I feel kind of dirty and gross, so I gotta like wash off, you know, get all the mud off. Even though it's mostly clean, the rock is, there's still some dirt on it. I can't get it all off. I think the stone has some dirt inside of it, actually. Which honestly is like, yes, that's me too. Like, we all have our issues, and mentally, I still have issues with, after being assaulted, I have issues with men, and dating, and being close to anybody physically, like, you know, a guy. So, it's definitely something I had to work on, but I feel like the society sees that as dirt, you know, like you need to get that dirt out of there and go find a guy, you know, go find a boyfriend, and I'm like, no, I'm good, I'm just gonna hang out here. So I took the rock home with me, and I put it on my headboard next to where my knife used to be. The knife is still with me, I just don't sleep with it next to me anymore. And that rock is my freedom rock, as I call it. It's pretty decent size, like fist size, I would say. And that's the rock that means that I can survive, and I can be whole, and there's beauty in the crappiness and dirtiness of the rock. So keeping that rock, and I've never moved it, like, at all. So I have it on my headboard. I'm not taking it away. I'm not doing anything with it. So I'll be thinking about that today when I drink my apple juice, pineapple juice, lime drink in a wine glass with a stem, because, you know, we gotta be fancy. And I will think about how that little rock that I found on the beach in the ocean, actually it wasn't the ocean, it was in Lake Michigan, but still kind of a lake, kind of an ocean, I guess, sort of. It all kind of is the same thing in a way. That little rock is all of us, and, you know, if you have attempted or are thinking about it, highly encourage you to read The Forever Decision. It's really good. I love it. It's so real and so honest and chill. It's like the best thing ever. You know, I still struggle with it. It's not like it disappears just because you don't die, you know, it's still there. And, you know, I'm glad that I'm not dead, you know, it's been 3 years, and I feel like I'm at a good place mentally, aside from the whole, like, everything else that I'm dealing with, but the someday dreams, though, that's the thing. If you plan on someday dreams, then you don't feel disappointed when you're like, oh, a year from now I'm gonna go to New York City, and you don't go, and you're like, darn it, I failed. It's like, no, someday I'll go to New York City, and I can't be disappointed because it's not someday yet. So, you know, that's what I always think of it, at least. So, anyway, hope this helps you all, and if not, well, I guess I just spent a little bit of my life on speaking to no one besides myself on the internet, but if you watched it, thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it, and hopefully this helps someone. Maybe like someday in the future this might help someone, I don't know. But life ending is not a pleasant topic to discuss on the internet or ever, even in person. But I'm very real with you all on this channel. This is my, like, heart channel, so I don't have another channel, but, like, on my social media, I'm very, like, not like this. So, appreciate y'all watching. I would love any comments you could leave if you want to. Don't feel obligated to, but if you would like to leave a comment, I will definitely respond. And thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it, and sorry about the camera angle. It's probably not great. Hopefully y'all having a good day.